Hello, everyone. Today, I'm joined by video game streamer, political debater, and professional cuck, Stephen Destiny Bunnell. Today, we're going to discuss who's the superior twink, Astolfo from Fate Apocrypha or Timothee Chalamet.
Thanks for having me on, Ben.
Okay, Stephen, so I'm going to go straight in. Timothee Chalamet is the superior twink. There's just no debating it. He's the epitome of male beauty and twinks. I mean, someone with even a basic awareness of ancient Greece can look at him and think that he deserves to be chiseled in marble. And I'm not just stating my opinions here. These are scientifically provable facts if you'd like to go through the metrics.
Sure. Start us off, Ben.
First off, I'm going to be mentioning PCI, which means Photographic Canthal Index, which is the unit of measurement used for human facial features, from most ideal to not.
Okay.
When it comes to Timothy, his nose width is 116 PCI, whereas the ideal score is 197. The smaller the score, the better. Typically, it is known that twinks need to have a degree of purity and youthfulness to them, two qualities that are hard to maintain with a larger nose.
Hold on, what does this have to do with Astolfo?
You see my point, Stephen. Astolfo doesn't have a nose.
Yes, he does.
Having a small black dot on an otherwise round, adorable face is not a nose, Stephen.
But that's an artistic choice, isn't it?
Stephen, let's be logical here. If Astolfo were to be made into a real human, wouldn't that nose look disgusting?
Is that what we're supposed to be debating here? What a non-existent version of Astolfo might look like?
I'm just saying the proportions aren't right. And if we are to assume the transformation from 2D to 3D would stretch the character's facial features proportionately, they would come out very strangely.
That's why we can't necessarily debate this matter on facial proportions, because one is obviously a facsimile of the other.
Then how else are we supposed to debate this on cold, logical facts to reach an objective conclusion?
Well, there are other metrics we can use. For example, overall height. That's a basic one, right? Well, according to the Type Moon Wiki, Astolfo's height is 164 centimeters, which comes out to 5'3", and Timothee Chalamet stands at a whopping 5'10". 5'10". That's huge.
I don't see what's the problem with taller twinks.
The whole point of twinks is to look as young and innocent as possible, without going under age of consent laws, I should add, in case someone tries to use this against me, and a taller twink would very obviously look much older than a shorter one. You don't want to have to look up when talking to someone who's supposed to be submissive, right?
That's not necessarily true. Just because they're twinks doesn't mean they have to be submissive.
Well, that'd be up to individual preference, I guess, but wouldn't you prefer a shorter one, Ben?
Not necessarily, no. I'd be glad to look up into Timothy's eyes as he lays me on the bed. Why don't we visit upper lip height for a moment?
Okay.
Timothy has an upper lip.
Again with the theorizing what a 3D Astolfo might look like.
I'm just mentioning cold, hard facts here, Stephen. According to PCI, he has a score of 18, whereas the ideal is 32. The smaller the better, but having one at all, I think, is what makes him beat Astolfo on this one.
Well, what about personality? I mean, we know what Astolfo's like. He has an adorable, energetic, chaotic good spirit about him that Timothy is too old or brooding to display.
Timothy has a soft side. You don't know him like I do. There's one fact I know you can't dispute, Stephen.
Okay.
Timothy is a real boy, okay? Three-dimensional, flesh and blood, real, tangible human. There's not a non-existent chance that I may one day cross paths with this gentleman and court him successfully, therefore having intercourse with him. Whereas, with a fictional, animated character like Astolfo, that is an impossibility.
Then the debate isn't about which twink is better based on them as a person, but about which twink do I have a non-zero chance of going to bed with.
Astolfo is not a person, Stephen. He's an anime character, and having even an inkling of hope that you may one day encounter him in real life is nothing more than delusional.
That's not what I'm saying.
Guys, I don't know why you're debating twinks when children are objectively better.
Are you serious? Stephen, is this your guy?
Absolutely not.
I guess you guys aren't ready to have this conversation with your dark age mindset.
Despite our differences, Stephen, I think we can agree on one thing. Kick the pedo.
I'm already on it.
Screw you guys.
I heard you fellas were talking children.
Get out of here, Joe.
Wow, nice to see you Nazis kicking everyone you disagree with.
I'm literally a Jew, Hassan.
Nazism isn't an ethnicity, it's a mindset.
Kick his ass, Stephen.
Wait, I got something better.
You think you got a secret weapon on me, you tiny punk? Bring it. Oh shit.
Thanks for doing that, Sam.
You know what, Stephen? You're not that bad a guy.
I could say the same for you. What's the point of debating twinks, really? As long as they're cute and hairless, that's all that matters, right?
Now hold on a minute, Stephen. Just because they're twinks doesn't mean they have to be hairless.
You gotta be kidding me.